Joining me in the studio is Grey Haired Stylist Zubi Ndukuba, a Nigerian stylist who loves to curate looks for people, enabling them to feel comfortable in their skin. Welcome to the studio, Zubi. Lovely to meet you. I love your style. I love your brand. I love how you rock your hair.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Very inspiring.
Thank you so
How's
much.
it going? So tell me, we're going to talk quickly before we discuss your brand. The looks that just came up was from Future Face Global. You attended, obviously.
Yes, I was there.
And that's the 2025 Spring Summer Collection. So what usually happens is that the fashion shows happens on time before next year they now release the pieces.
Yes.
So based on the designers on the day, I mean, what was your take on the 2025 forecast for fashion?
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Welcome.
The looks from Future Face, first of all, I just have to give Elizabeth Aloho her props. She's doing amazing work in Nigeria. And then the looks from the show, we could see a lot of shimmer, a lot of silver, a lot of iridescent pieces, and a lot of form-fitting pieces, a lot of fluid pieces also that could also, then some androgyny that we could see a lot of men and women get into. So from the looks, I see 2025 is already up to a good start.
Correct, definitely. I believe 2025 is already off to a good start.
Yeah,
and like I had a fashion guest, Ifeoma Adogu, last time, and we're talking about menswear and women's wear, how we want people to step up their games in terms of when of course, the women are already trying.
Yeah.
But like, what's your take on the menswear look in Nigeria? Like, we just saw 1407 and LRP Beachman, and obviously that's now extravagant. People are making sure that men just don't come out looking simple anymore, wearing the basic suits and stuff. You know, now you have the sequence, you have the colors, like Morris Chestnut. Like, what's your take on that?
Menswear used to be very one note, literally just wear your tux and just show up. But now, a lot of Nigerian men are also doing it for the culture. We have people who are wearing, not just bringing new definitions to evening wear. That doesn't just have to be suits. And even the suits and the tuxes they are wearing, they're accessorizing it very beautifully. You could see Ankara cummerbunds. You could see even their bow ties have a lot of sparkle and shimmer. And then the thing that I think is coming back into fashion, is brooches. A lot of men are wearing brooches. And even on the international level, if you see, what's his name? He's not in this movie, The Brutalist. He's been wearing a lot of brooches.
Okay, I have to pay attention more then.
Yes, a lot of men, brooches are coming back in.
Okay.
And we could see from even 1407. 1407 he's amazing.
Brilliant.
And his clothes are literally, they work for Nigerian weather.
Yeah.
You could literally just rock them and just go out.
Okay.
And we see a lot of men who even just wear the boo-boos or the kaftans or the capes and still have their own personal style come forward, but still look and feel very good. Nice,
wonderful. Okay, so tell me, your brand, how did you engage into this whole idea of styling? I mean, fashion, like, tell me your journey.
I have loved fashion since I was a child. I remember getting my mom ready for church. I still low-key do that up till now. And then there's no one who has a Nigerian mom who doesn't have a wardrobe full of Ashokes, Ankaras, Georges. So she literally, I help her pick out her outfits and her accessories, and then also my sisters and my brothers too. But mostly it's from my mom, and then when she shows up in church, some of the women's society ask her, "Oh, what are you wearing?" And she says, "Oh, it's my son. He put this together for me." So a few of them say, "Okay, my daughter is getting married soon. Please, can you help me? Accompany me to the market. I'll pay you." So for me, that was just a no-brainer. And then I love reading a lot of fashion magazines, the Vogues, the InStyles, which I think right now, print is really going out of fashion.
Of course.
A lot of people don't have time to read magazines again, but that was
online.
That was literally the Bibles of fashion. But yeah, that's how I started. And then my brother got married in 2015, and he and his wife wanted me to just help them style their wedding, from the outfits they wore, and then even the bridal party, of course, my mom and my siblings. So I think from that I just said, okay, I love this. Why can't I just do this to
Make a living.
Yeah, and pay the bills.
I know. So, okay, speaking of making a living, like being a fashion stylist and working in the fashion industry in Nigeria, I know it has evolved so much, but does he actually make a living right now?
It does.
Okay, that's good. Good to know.
We have pioneers of styling. There's so many names to mention, but they know themselves.
Okay.
Styling Fidel Mozebite, there's so many of them. And then really, yeah, just coming into it, it takes a lot of, to be in fashion takes a lot of guts, a lot of grit.
Yes.
Because, like this famous saying, one day you're in, the next day you're out.
Of course.
And then you just have to have the strong backbone to withstand the fast pace of fashion, because literally you need to have those things churned out so fast.
Yes.
So you just have to have an army of seamstresses, people that have boutiques and designer friends that you can pull outfits from, or even make custom pieces for your clients. So it pays the bills and then some. But for me, the honest thing I get from it is seeing jobs that I have done on TV or people's events and their photo shoots, and it is worth all the stress and all the craziness.
Nice, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, now, so speaking on like styling and making a living and thereabouts, you just mentioned it being so fast-paced. Like, I remember 10 years ago, the fashion stylists and all that were there are not really the same fashion stylists anymore.
Yeah.
So, like you said, it's fast-paced. New fashion stylists are coming up. So how do you remain consistent and make sure you get like continuous clients and continuous jobs and bookings?
Literally just being ahead with the times, because fashion is changing. There are new seasons that come in, and then also basically your client. You literally just have to listen to your client. That is the number one rule. You just don't have to say, because sequins is in, you want to just drape the person in sequins. They might just have, they might not be comfortable with that.
Correct.
So the main thing is just to know your client, have a conversation with your client, ask them what they like, what they don't like, what they feel comfortable with. Do you want us to push the envelope a bit? Do you want to show some skin? And then just go with that. And also based on the event or what they want the styling for. So that's really just how we just navigate through that. Okay, so now dealing with clients, like you said, how is it dealing with someone that is really conservative? And like you said, now you want to put them in like sequence, or like they're going for Future Face Global with the dress code was glitter, glamour, sequence. Yes. And they're like, oh no, I can't do this. I don't want to wear this. How do you deal with clients like that to bring them out of their shell? You literally, I literally just, encourage them, show them pictures of or suggestions, the mood board, and say, can we go about this way? Some might say, oh, I don't want to show any skin, I don't want to show anything, but you could encourage them to have a boat-neck dress, just show a little shoulder. And it could just even be a boo-boo, but just show the shoulder, and then just the accessorizing, and then literally just have a run-through before the day of the event. Just let them see themselves be photographed and say, okay, this is good. I can walk in this or walk in these heels, and just literally go from there and literally just make them feel comfortable in their skin. And from there, because being confident is literally the best fashion accessory or fashion item anyone can have. Wonderful. You're right, 100% right. So now the future of Nigerian fashion, what do you think? The industry, like music, obviously Afrobeats has taken over, obviously, but the fashion and music came out at this, like it was trending at the same time, but music just zoomed past it. So like with our fashion now, we had Erica Moore on the Golden Globes red carpet, on Pamela Morris Chestnut's wife. Yes. So don't you think by now we should have been Oscars, Golden Globe, everybody saying this Nigerian designer. What's the limits that is stopping us right now? Quickly, we only have a minute. I think probably just policies, and also sometimes resources. Because it's such a big task to run that business in our country. But it's also fulfilling also, just doing what you love and seeing your clothes out there. But then it takes a lot just to have that PR outside the country. And then also when we see designers who have to sell their clothes in other currencies than Naira, a lot of people question and say, oh, why is it this way? Why is it that? But then the production costs and everything that goes into it, and then also sourcing this fabric, also getting this fabric into the country, importing, and also having to get that module that works for you. Right. So it's a lot. So it's I think the fashion industry getting out there into international markets also just has to be everyone coming together, not just the fashion designers, the stylists, the PR people, and also the celebrities. Yeah. Choosing to wear Nigerian. Yeah. A lot of celebrities are doing that right now, but
unfortunately we've run out of time. Thank you so much. I wish we had more time with you.
Thank you so much.